Welcome back, everybody, to Turn Order Warped Season 2, episode number 16. Sorry, I was waiting for my internet to kind of calm down a little bit there. Welcome back, everybody. We will be using mature language. If you have been watching the first part, you are probably very aware of that. Welcome back.
Hello.
Hi.
Everyone, and welcome.
So, the group is sort of preparing themselves in various ways, getting ready for this mission, and my internet is not cooperating. Come on, please. Please. Is it going to DC me?
Why shouldn't I only like this on the weekends?
I don't know, man. I don't have Comcast. I don't know why this shit's happening. It's funny, man, because, like, when it first started happening, like, I don't know, a few months ago, that was the first time I've had any internet hiccups in years. And now it's just been kind of on the regular, and it's really shitty. Okay, so... yes, everybody has been kind of preparing in their own special ways. And we are hurtling through the void at FTL speeds. The conversation has been, I guess, kind of one-dimensional. A little bit. Just
What are you trying to say?
The first day has kind of passed with a lot of masturbation talk, frankly. There's been quite a bit. I think
Mostly
I just don't see
including
the
words,
point.
Stop that. And Betty.
Betty's probably, having a nap. She's worn out.
Well, while Betty's having a nap, I'll approach Beck.
Okay.
Hello. I saw you have puzzles.
Do you like a puzzle?
No.
Are
I was wondering if you have ability to make a tactical puzzle or combat strategy. Could you make this, or can only do star puzzles?
7H1CC is not familiar with most combat strategies, but if you would like to upload any of these, I can try to format them into a test.
Well, of course. I'm definitely the kind of guy who's got like all the books. Start looking through all the books, like scrolling through a list. There are a lot of books. We start with the very early books, very old books.
Do you have a digital format of these books?
I have I'm assuming the data pads have like a little pull and a little cable for access, just because I think that'd be cool. Wax not saying no, so I go, there you go. Do I plug in? Is it rude for me to plug in, or do you want to plug yourself?
I have permission.
I don't feel entirely comfortable.
You have
but...
permission.
Oh, okay. Plug it in.
Betty sits bolt upright.
Did I just sense some penetration?
Yeah. Could have sworn. Oh, never mind.
One day in, and
ram it
Carrie
in there.
jonesing so much for sex that she can
Did we say ram?
Yes, I'd like upload them, and it's, the art of war, like starting from there all the way up to modern strategies for naval combat and blah blah blah. By
Blyton and the 4 take China.
Enid Blyton, isn't that an illustrator?
Well, What kind of test would you like these to be? Would you like these to be more puzzles or maybe video tutorials?
Yeah, I would like puzzle where is very difficult combat and only few strategies work and must try strategies. Is like combat simulator, but a lightweight and easy for travel. So we don't have to bring large simulating computer. These small scenarios.
I don't know if Thick is really equipped with like a projector. Do you think she would be? What?
No.
Yeah. I can
She
make
did
it a multiple choice quiz, but I am unfortunately unable to create some sort of holographic simulator.
Yeah, quiz would be okay. Because not multiple choice. I don't want people guessing. It's too
Short
easy.
form answer. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I sit there and
Does this count towards anything towards leveling her training in combat?
Are you okay? Do you need a minute?
I just want to use the ship. God damn it!
I think this would be tactics. I think this would be tactics, and they could be something that you could, level up during downtime.
Okay.
It's also based on experience and such.
Okay.
So you can spend your XP in ways that are not just a straight up going to the next grade. Going up to the next grade is the most efficient early on means of kind of getting the most bang for your buck.
Yeah. Okay. Would you like any other puzzles? Would you like to try a star map puzzle?
I am not very good with stars puzzles.
It's okay. Neither is Benny.
Well, I don't want Better to do better than I, so I will pass on this puzzle. When you have made quiz for combat strategies, let me show you example. And I go into my data pad and I get up like a training session that I've done. In this scenario, we did training session. Here you can see me, and over here are other combatants. And I use strategy 6C from Modern Combat Manual by Strauss von Winkelberg. And this is how I successful. So you say quiz. If you in quiz you can have question if you have 2 units under cover at range of 40 meters like is here, then you can use that strategy. You understand? So this is how you can make.
Okay. Because like not even on that book yet. She's got so many libraries to get to. She's just like.
It is not priority. I just thought it was nice if you have something to work on, because
Okay.
can be boring in the ship for little androids.
Are you bored? Would you like a scar puzzle?
I don't want star puzzle.
Are you sure?
Very, very sure. Don't want star puzzle.
Would
I
you
will-
like star map puzzle?
No, don't.
Did I hear
star
puzzle?
Wait, what is difference between star puzzle and star map puzzle?
One will test your constellation knowledge. One will test your navigational skills through star clusters.
Yeah, I don't want either of those, but thank you. I'll read strategies books. I sat down and so.
Just admiring all of your own tactics.
Just looking over old logs from the training. I've got like a bird's eye view camera they recorded on, and yeah, I marked them. I probably had pre-downloaded the other members' stuff before I got there, so I'm checking out how well HR and Wayne and stuff have done in their previous training scenarios.
Oh yeah, they're both spec ops. So they do pretty solid, man. HR especially is extremely physically fit. She is like ridiculously strong and fast.
We're just hearing you muttering things like magnificent.
Very nice.
Especially in regards to climbing. Her personal history shows that she was in fact an athlete on her home planet of Grucha. They have these strange games. Basically, it's rock climbing on an active volcano.
It's very.
That's the level of badass she's at right now.
Yeah.
Rock climbing on an active volcano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dodging magma flows and shit like that. Like, it's crazy. You see, you're looking through her video, and she's got like little personal clip highlights and shit where she does like a fucking a crazy combat roll to dodge out of the way of like lava crashing to where she previously was, and like crossing a checkered flag, like yeah, like.
Lieutenant HR.
She immediately jumps to her feet and salutes. Yes, sir.
At ease, Lieutenant. At ease. I was just looking over your file here with your videos from when you were athlete is very impressive.
She sort of puffs up a little bit.
Also, your technical training scores they're very good. So I have a question.
Yes, sir.
I get in real close. Who did you make angry to get put on this mission?
She sort of looks at you and says, kind of a bit sheepishly, like kind of looking like down and off to the side for like a second. She says, I don't know what you mean, sir.
Well, this mission has... I kind of just glance over my shoulder and move so she can see like Betty up the front. I don't know, trying to fit a spanner in somewhere or something.
Betty's just like...
Oh, yeah.
She's shagged out right now.
Yeah.
Betty totally snores, by the way.
We have the certain people who people don't want to get sent on missions for or with. Did you? What happened?
Her jaw kind of looks like it's trying to work something out, like work a kink out. And she says, I may have beaten one of my superior officers in a holographic simulation, sir.
Oh, that'll do it. Well, don't worry. You can feel free to outshine me as much as you like here, Lieutenant HR. But please don't. It will be very tempting in the next few weeks. But I don't think we're allowed to kill certain people. A gesture over my shoulder.
HR kind of closes her eyes and looks like she's trying to hold back a violent tendency.
If you need to talk things out, then you let me know and we can. I also have a little android working on a special tactical puzzle that will hopefully keep us distracted enough. I will not hold your previous incident against you. I can understand how certain senior officers can be trying. And also I understand your competitive nature. As you were, Lieutenant, tonight. I'll leave her be after that.
Sure. She returns to, I think, probably sharpening her weapons and checking checking all her supplies and such. Her bed looks like you could bounce you could bounce a bunch of quarters off that sucker. The sheets are so tightly packed that there's no way even the bravest of cats would try to go in there for fear of suffocation. You're muted.
I say good job on your bed, Lieutenant. It's perfect.
It looks like she managed to make the mattress and the sheets look like a rectangle in Minecraft.
Just perfection.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll settle down with my books and stuff again. On my data pad.
So, just an FYI, guys, on the travel, since you guys are in certain accommodations, and this is a long trip, the longer the trip goes, the more difficult it is on yourselves, okay? You basically take dice penalties the longer that you're sort of traveling on this shuttle. Luckily, Thick, I think, has some bullshit that she helps out with that. That's the travel increments, by the way, Thick. What was that? That was the Astrogator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the travel increment on a starship you're piloting is increased by 2 days. So that's like, if you guys go to 208 in the book, it'll explain it a little bit better. Yes, so you take a 1d6 penalty to all checks for each increment beyond the first. So the travel increments are going to be... let's see, FTL 6. I think it's just going to be 5. I think it's 5 parsecs. So, a 4d6 penalty to all checks for each increment. Or no, I'm sorry, a 1d6 penalty to all checks for each increment beyond the first. So every parsec you guys travel, it's another 1d6 penalty. But Thick has her Astrogator stuff. So the travel increment on a starship you're piloting is increased by 2 days. So, I don't know what the fuck that translates to. This is all hieroglyphics. I can't understand it. Morris, help! Help!
I'm reading it right now.
Yeah, I don't get it. I still don't get it. I've read it like 10 times and I still don't
I'm
understand
just
it.
confused why it would be
Starship has a-
decreased by 2 days. Does that make any difference? I mean, it make any
Resident
sense.
days equal to its class.
He actually explained it to me. Hold on, let me see if I've got it in a message that he sent me. I think he described it to me and it just left my brain. Okay.
Do it in words of one syllable.
Okay, so
Class 6 ship has a grave increment of 6 days. After that, shipboard operations take 1d6 to checks for every increment.
Nah, yeah.
yeah, so what class is our ship? A 5?
Your ship is...
Sorry, it's a 1, right?
I think it's a
Shuttle.
1.
Well, that sucks. So after 3 days, then times crew quality. Well, Betty brings that down.
So basically, we're just going to be catatonic husks by the time we get there. Just now.
But I mean, yeah. So it would be even so after maybe at the most generous 4 days, we start taking
Dice penalties.
nice penalties. So looks of it.
Yeah, basically you guys go stir crazy after a while, without like better quarters and things. Like the Arcadia's quality of life is very high, which Spartans don't like. And Spartans take penalties when the accommodations are too nice. Yeah, this guy's getting banned. I don't know who that is.
That's a
Oh,
bot, I
it's-
think.
yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those
Shit.
bots. Don't click on that link. Do not click on that link. You will get horrible viruses.
Okay. So, I don't know what that ends up translating to. I'm horrible at this. I need like a straight up equation. Otherwise, I'm an idiot. This is a class 1 ship. So, he actually wrote this for me based on if it was a class 6 ship, which would be 6 increments for 27.5 days. So I don't know what it is for us. We're going to say that your skill is going to help us with it's going to sort of help with the morale a bit, I guess, in the
Okay.
in the grand scheme of things. It will sort of delay the stir craziness.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think you have to wait now. Instead of 4 days, I think it's 6 days before everyone starts to go stir crazy. So day 1, we'll say day 1 goes past with most of the crew staying in good spirits. Day 2 rolls around. Oh, that's not good. Okay. I just clicked my random generator thing and okay. So give me first off who's on scanners?
Probably me. I'm the science guy, right?
Sure. Dr. Icarus, please give me a let's see. This is going to be logic plus I don't think it's physics.
I've got computers.
No. This is gonna be just a straight up logic check, I think, for you.
50.
Okay. You're getting some very garbled readings on the scanners. The readings are kind of all over the place, and you're not exactly sure why.
I'm getting some sort of interference to the scanners over here.
Please give me a perception check, Thick. Okay.
What areas were you scanning before they went haywire?
Hex 4C to Hex 712.
He's
not using real numbers, just an FYI. If you're
Yeah.
trying to look for that
Yeah.
right now, he's just
No,
babbling.
no. I'm trying to think. Would I?
Roleplay!
You had that face where you were like trying to search for them, and I just didn't want you to sit there for the next 10 minutes trying to figure out what the hell he's talking about.
No. What sort of interference are you getting on the scanners?
I don't know, it's, to use a colloquial phrase, it's garbled.
Would I be able? Would you like me to try to decrypt?
I mean, you can try, but something seems to be interfering. I'm not getting actual results from the scanners.
So I feel like Thick would just think they're potentially like jammed or a problem. Can I roll to try to like fix them? To
So
see if I can
you
see if
actually
there's
have a you have personnel aboard the ship that Brain is a hacker. He would specialize in electronic
character-
defense.
meet Brain last time though?
What's that?
Did we all meet Brain or? That's what I was wondering. Have I met him before? Or do I need to like ask?
No, he's on the ship.
You met him in the sort of before you came on the ship. I mean, he's here. He kind of hasn't really.
Is he confused as to why there's a table piloting the ship?
Kind of just maintaining his own area there on the ship. Personal computers kind of set up.
Is there
Meticulous.
a problem? Sick.
We seem to have an error in one of our scanners. I believe I will alert BRAI and Brain to see if they can help. And instead of
Yes.
like intercomming him, I think Brain would just, or Thick would just like old school, like hackers movie style, like pop in with him, like in a chat, like, "What's up?"
Hang on, there's a firewall. Did it.
What's up, mouse?
Oh, I've typed all kinds of shit in both 20
Just hit enter. Just do it.
No, I'm not.
Just do it. Just hit enter.
Okay.
New character
The
name.
name of the virus that's currently attacking us.
Ryu Pig.
I have deleted some
Good for me.
symbols from that as well.
That's what you have henceforth named Betty's rash.
But it's just like, what?
So,
What's going on?
so
So
essentially, in like
I
computer
was just
world, she's
dreaming
like,
about a great big. Anyway, what's happening?
Brain just kind of responds on it. Sort of. Just,
Yes, no problem, Betty. Go back to sleep.
Oh yeah, I was just getting to the good bit. Ooh,
Brain-
Victor.
brain sort of focuses on the terminal. Scanning. I detect no presence of foreign virus in our system. It appears there is a malfunction, however, with our scanners.
What could cause this malfunction?
Brain, can you locate the location of the problem or malfunction within the device?
It does not appear to be located within the device. It appears to be located somewhere in the void.
Is it maybe interference from solar activity? Are we passing by sun?
I will run a level 2 diagnostic on the scanners.
I don't believe there is a sun within our current coordinates.
Yes. Well, you would know little.
Your diagnostic comes back fine. There doesn't appear to be any problem with the scanners.
The scanners seem to be functioning as needed.
Well, what could cause interference that are external? If it's not
Perhaps.
sun.
It is a user error.
I don't think so.
Did you read the instructions manual before operating the scanner?
Of course not.
Thick, you can give me an astronomy plus logic check.
Beep.
Okay.
I'm really trying to keep a straight face right now. My dog just farted and it's awful. It's so bad.
Gotta stop feeding the dog nachos. Bad plan.
I don't know what it is about dogs. They can just clear a room with minimal effort.
This dog is like this big. And I'm sitting here like, like it's so bad.
You need a fan.
Basically, they have. I think they all have a link in their ass to the dog pocket dimension, which is just full of. You know.
I think it's the reminding the owner I'm
Methane.
here function.
My parents' dog is fine,
Love
but my
me.
parents' cat, my god. You can feel it assaulting you. Like it's
Why I open my mouth.
physically
Yeah, it looks
painful.
like you can taste it right now.
Well, technically, if you can smell it, it's in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in your mouth.
Too late, simply too late. There's particles of dog ass.
Nobody
Inside your-
damage now.
Yeah, there's particles of dog butt inside you right now.
Delete is fine, please.
So, there's lots of things in space that could cause poor readings from the scanners. Anything from dark matter to some kind of electrical interference, different gases. I mean, there's tons and tons of things that can cause this.
I look out the window.
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Hey.
So that old school roll.
An 11. Why don't you just make a perception skill, Peachy? Just make a perception skill, put it at 0, and set it to intuition.
Okay. Or I could just click this number 2. You
I-
can click a number 3 if you want. Oh, you want a
Sure.
5? Ooh. Macros.
should we
Sure.
stop, drop out of FTL, or is it to be safe, or is it better to remain in FTL while we have interference?
Do you... Okay. Warning, if we drop out of FTL, it will increase our flight time, thus potentially the health of all of participants on the ship.
But if we don't, what is worst case scenario from outside interference during FTL?
What would be the worst case scenario? I mean,
We all die.
way worse than what
Oh,
you've got.
We get turned into tiny little molecules.
Worst case
In the
scenario
universe,
would be
technically, anything is possible.
uncharted black hole, and we all die.
Well, perhaps we should. Doctor
At this point-
Icarus, okay.
At this point, Dr. Icarus, you and Thick can see some strange lights up ahead in path of the ship. A very large collection of sort of lights. Give me another astronomy check, please, Thick.
Okay.
Dr. Icarus, you can roll a logic.
Wow.
13 from Dr. Icarus and a 15
No, that
from...
was an agility.
Says
No,
agility,
it just
but
says
not-
agility. It's not. It's rolling a 46. Do you have a 46 for your logic?
Yes.
Yeah. It's just the sheet is messed up. It rolls the right dice. It just says the wrong thing. Okay. Thick. What you see before you is something very bad. Plasma storms are in the path of the ship right now. The storms are getting pretty close. What do you do?
I guess set off an alarm, including Betty's alarm of crazy bitch, just to make sure she wakes up.
Right, it's
And-
time to bang!
Is it moving? It's moving toward us, or are we just moving toward it?
You're moving towards it.
Okay, I will
And
pull us
it's
out of
moving towards
FTL
you.
immediately.
I like to think Betty's asleep, and then the song starts up, and the legs just go.
So I'm sorry, what did you say you were going to do there, Thick?
Potentially pull us out of FTL and replot a course is what I'd like to do.
Okay.
I'd like to strap in.
Yeah.
Okay. So you set off the ship, the shuttle's alarm, kind of notifying everybody.
Essentially telling everybody to like find a spot and hold on.
Yeah, I think everyone's training gets to a seat and straps in.
Okay. Everyone gets to their seats to strap in. You drop out of FTL. Ahead of you, you can see what looks to be almost like lightning running through the areas of space, pockets of gas of different colors kind of moving all about. And what I'd like for you guys to do... Okay.
Is this Nebula? We shouldn't be near Nebula already.
What did you say it was again? What storm?
It's a plasma storm.
This is a plasma storm, not a nebula. Please strap in.
Storm. He's strapped in. I look around just to check everyone else is strapped in.
I've got like 84 different straps, and I'm still strapping.
Is Peachy sitting close to me?
It's up to you.
I bet he's just like staggered out of
sure.
bed. She's just
Yeah,
like,
'cause I was just looking out the window.
I'm gonna do like the mother thing with the one flobbly arm and like hold it.
we're breaking, hold on!
Can we go round it or under?
I am trying to compute a best course of action around the storm instead of having to deal with or shake through it. Our ship potentially could not handle.
Would there be vibration, though?
Not the good kind, Betty.
Well, you know, that's kind of a, you know,
Not the good kind, Betty.
Fine.
7H1CC's voice modulator like kicks in like
Not a good time, Betty.
Ooh, do that again.
So, okay. The storm appears to be moving very quickly. I would like a navigation check from you, please, 7H1CC, plus your logic.
Okay.
A 21. Okay. Sorry, I gotta roll a few checks here.
No, that's fine.
Whew, okay, give me a piloting check, please. 7H1CC. Okay, you've plotted yourself a course, but you think that the storm is going to hit the ship before the FTL spools back up onto your new course.
Okay.
Basically, the drive's got to like cool down and then like get back spooled back up to jump you guys back to faster than light.
How big is storm?
Well, it's pretty fucking big. In the terms of this, it's basically your entire field of vision.
Well,
That could be a problem.
Betty,
Kinda
can
like from my
you
seat.
engineer any sort of rerouting of power towards shields on the ship as opposed to anything we don't need immediately?
Working on it, working right. We don't need that. Right, okay, right, yes. Oh, yes, right, okay. Rerouting power from all extraneous systems. Life support's not extraneous, right?
Oh, we need life support. You can take off gravity. Everyone should be strapped.
Wonderful. Right, okay then, we'll do.
I'd like to try and modify the scanners to see if I can get any information from this storm.
Betty's unstrapped, add one of the panels off and then, right, prepare for floating.
Dr. Dick, do you have an engineering toolkit? You're muted.
An engineering toolkit? No.
Could he borrow mine?
Ooh.
Oh, I don't think Boreans
Would
let
you-
people borrow tools.
I'm gonna say no because you're using yours right now.
Okay. Oh, he totally let Dickie fondle my wrench, if you know what I mean.
Can I try and craft what I need just to do this small alteration? I have science equipment crafting. Just need a one-use thing. Oh, can I? I've got an exploit that might help here. Where is it? Utility kit. You are able to turn one device into another device of equal value or lower.
Doesn't give any more specifics.
For example, you can modulate your scanner to use a phaser or enable your laser knife to operate as a lockpick. It only
Laser
functions
light.
Takes
this
10
way
minutes
for a
to
single
make
action.
the change.
Yeah.
Okay. This storm is gonna get here faster than that. You're not gonna be able to do that quickly.
Can we tell how quickly Storm is moving?
Do you have a time?
It's moving very quickly. The FTL is probably going to spool up in the next 2 minutes. It's faster than that. You can see how fast this thing is moving. You don't have the capability right now of getting a specific measurement because the storm itself is messing with the scanners.
Can I try and divert power to spool the FTL up quicker?
Sure.
Right, are you gonna try and kick a little bit of power over to the FTL as well, right?
Well, Betty, be careful. You can overload like this, yes?
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. It'll be fine. Right, what would you like for that? Engineering and logic? Oh.
Can we use standard thrusters in reverse to buy some time?
No, that's dumb.
Can buy us about 4.6 seconds, judging by the speed of that thing.
I would like an extra 4.6
Well,
seconds.
It's traveling. Sure. Let's
Right.
go back.
Right.
Extra power
Reverse
towards the
with
engine.
maneuvering thrusters
go in
away
reverse
from the Category
would
7
take away from
plasma
us.
storm heading towards us.
Okay, not
Everyone is
everyone can
chaotic.
speak at the same time. Please remain calm, or we will die.
Right. Right.
So-
Do you want me to roll for the thingy?
I would like you to roll your engineering plus your logic.
I'd like to use a luck dice for this as well.
Bear
Okay,
in
how
mind,
many
Chris,
are you
if
using?
fuck this up, you could screw over the FTL.
And
I have
don't
two
forget
left.
you did you minus the one from before? From your
Yeah, I've
pool?
got 2 left.
Okay.
Right. Bloop.
Okay, a 16 on 5d6 plus an additional 11, which has already exploded. Very nice. A 6 and a 5 for a total of a 27. So, let me make this clear. I want to be clear on what exactly you're trying to do right now. What was your goal here?
Basically, divert power to the FTL to get it to cycle up a bit quicker.
Okay. Yeah. You basically bypass the safety protocols. And
They're more like safety guidelines anyway. It's fine.
the lights on the ship just start to
Yeah.
they just
Schmotical, it's fine.
they flicker and then just shut off. And basically the gravity turns off, everything non-essential turns off, and you can hear this horrible
Apart from the kettle.
yeah, you guys can hear this horrible but it's super loud and it's actually vibrating the ship.
Okay,
Yeah, Betty then kicks herself back to her chair in 0G and just kind of
when the engine is ready, do short bursts to get us through storm, but then we must let engine cool because of danger of overloading.
Do we already have our new
You've
plot
already
navigator?
calculated your new course to get
Okay.
around the storm.
Okay. So how long do we have before the engine's ready, or can we just go ahead and go?
Betty has got the engine spooled up. You're ready to jump.
Preparing
Betty's
yourself for
fucking
FTL
smug
jump.
as fuck.
Arm pushes even further down on Peachy,
Dr. Icarus. Yes.
and then I start firing up the engine to go. Do I need to roll anything so we can move?
No, you've already done your piloting check. Yeah. Okay.
Whack, can I send a signal back to the Arcadia to say that there's a giant plasma storm heading roughly in their general direction?
Sure, you would definitely normally be able to do that, but Betty has disabled those systems to make the FTL
To make us not dead.
spool up faster.
I'll make a cup of tea then.
So, it's extremely loud. The normal
Betty's enjoying it.
the normal protocols that are on are disabled.
Not.
So everybody's basically covering their ears at this point because the decibel level is extremely high just from the sound of
Betty's got the earplugs.
the FTL spooling up. And
Oh, I hear that.
this is not a very pleasant flight. You guys hit FTL and the ship is just shaking violently. Things are quite rough. You can see plasma storm just kind of like do one of those things where it kind of moves like horizontally from through the portholes, and the ship is currently spouting off several different alarms. Thick, and let's see. I think you're
It's
getting.
fine. You can just turn those off.
I think you're gonna get caught by just the tail end of the plasma storm.
Just the tip.
Okay. The ship starts shooting sparks out from various bulkheads and relays.
That's not.
And the lights just keep flickering, probably on the control panel. Thick, you just see them like lighting up all over the place. If you've ever had an alternator die in your car, it just kind of like it's doing that right now. It doesn't look good. Like you can't get any real readings on anything. You're kind of just trying to keep the ship as even as possible, right on your course. And as an android, you can just kind of lock yourself into that position, I guess, and not really have to manage anything else. But the ship is moving violently. The ship will take 2 damage.
Ooh.
Yes. And the ship does not have a lot of HP. The superstructure is taking some damage. You can hear this loud sort of shaking as the things kind of like become dislodged. Maybe like a fixture or something for one of the lights, just like crashes onto the ground of the ship. It's not a comfortable ride by any means. This is not going super well.
Everybody does the Star Trek thing. And to the left, and to the right.
I
And
feel
to
like
the left.
you ever ridden in a car with somebody that's driving crazy and they're fine because they're holding on to the steering wheel, but everybody else in the car is like, that's how I feel. Like, I'm fine, guys. That's fine. We got this.
I'm like, keep trying to push the rubber glove out my face.
It smells slightly odd.
Okay.
Are we through we passed the storm yet? Are we safe?
Yes, the storm has in fact subsided.
Drop us out of FTL.
I'm gonna put up a damage report as well.
Taking us out of FTL.
Get the damage report and all crew welfare check. Is everyone okay?
Turning gravity back on.
Sean's scared.
Oh, don't worry, you'll be fine.
Can we have volunteer to comfort Sean?
Right, I gotta fix this panel.
Anyone to help Sean?
Everyone's
Okay, I
like
will-
doing shit. You're the
Yeah.
only person not doing it.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay, I will
like
do-
plasma storm.
Okay,
Ooh, the big end's
Sean,
gone.
look at me. Hello. Okay, Sean, you want to see something? Look, I have magic trick. Okay, we do this, and then I go, whoosh, and they teleport to other side.
Sharn immediately reaches for your hand that has the new finger on it.
Zoom. You can't touch.
Betty, can you reroute power back towards comms? This way, if you want to end up contacting the other ship, I guess you can to let them know. Maybe. I don't.
And I'm muted. Right, okay, there we go. Sorted. Yep, lovely.
Betty, please give me an engineering plus your logic.
Boop.
Okay, a 24 on a 5d6. Very nice.
This is the best rewiring job you've ever seen in your life. She's even wrapped the cables up.
Wow.
Cable management included.
I know, right? She's like,
Okay.
that was pretty zen, that was. I'm quite proud of myself.
The lights come back on. Power, gravity is restored. Dr. Icarus, give me a computers plus your logic check.
Kettle fires up by itself.
An
How-
18.
18.
How is the FTL engine? Do we have diagnostic?
So, Dr. Icarus, the damage report shows that the superstructure of the ship has taken some damage. Essentially, the ship is currently has basically no immediate threat, but it's possible that another FTL jump can open up some micro fissures in the hull.
Yes, superstructure took a bit of a hit. We could see some micro fractures in the hull. If we jump into FTL without maybe fixing.
Okay, Betty, suit up. It's time for you to.
These are micro fractures. I'm not sure we have the equipment.
Do we have the equipment to repair that kind of thing on board?
Is there any kind of sonic,
Gaffer tape.
metal?
Elmer's
I
glue.
was going to say some sort of vibration that will
Some
superheat
kind
the
of
structure and
sticky substance that
weld.
would
I was going
seal.
to say. No, something that will, sort of like
Yeah.
make the things vibrate and superheat the structure and
yeah.
just.
Well, not even, because in space you have cold welding, right?
That's true. Yeah, so just vibrate it shut. Vibration welding.
So let's take a look at what you got in your toolkit there, Betty.
There's no way our vibration welder is still working after being on this ship a day or so with Betty.
No, Betty's obviously upgraded it. Come the fuck on.
I blew your bloody head off that well.
Right, not for non-borean use. Better label that. We
Let's
got
see.
vibration. Wait for. Anyway, never mind.
So, Betty,
You disgust me in the most beautiful way.
Does the shuttle have a emergency shuttle repair kit?
it does, but I don't know if
That's
it's got a way to
standard.
fix micro fractures.
Elmer's glue.
Hold on. I'm
Super
checking.
glue.
You
Gaffer
can
tape.
use
Post-it
papier-mâché.
Right, I think if we just wrap the entire shuttle in gaffer tape, we should get it sorted, right? All to get through anything then.
Perhaps
Toolkit.
your gaffer tape fetish isn't going to help us here, Betty.
Mini
fetish.
fabricators, hyper spanners, coil spanners, flux couplers, gravitic calipers, interphasic compensators, laser welders, energy converters, and a hammer, amongst other things.
And a hammer. Just because.
Right. It's a
Universal
vibration
adjuster.
hammer. Yeah. Dunk.
I mean, technically, it is a vibration hammer.
What is when I attach this baby on the end of it? It looks like an axe. It looks like a pick now, but it's totally a hammer.
So
That's why it's purple and rubbery.
you do have a high quality engineering toolbox. I'm going to say that you do have a way to repair it, yeah.
Right then, let's go.
Yeah. We send report of potentially damaged areas to your data pad.
Righto then, righto. Hey, can you check my seals?
You sure you'll be all right doing this by yourself, Betty?
No,
Very
actually,
well.
check my seals. Right, there we go. Ooh, careful now. All right.
I
Ooh.
think you're sealed, Betty.
Oh, lovely. Right, wonderful. Thank you.
Can
Oh,
I
yeah.
assist her in any way
I was-
using the
yeah, I was
computers
gonna say.
as she's doing it?
You can sort of point her to them.
Pinpoint them.
Yeah.
You want to do sort of segment 4B now, right? 4B. Right. Okay. there we
Left a
go.
bit, right a bit. Too far.
That's what
So,
you should say.
Betty, what I'd like is for you to make an engineering check, and that's plus your logic. Now, I noticed, Betty, that you're
I
only
have
rolling.
0G.
Yeah, I noticed that you're only rolling a 5d6 here.
I don't know why.
You have a well, because what's happening is it's adding your logic, which is a 3d6, plus your engineering, which is a 2d6. But
Yeah.
you also have a high quality toolkit,
Oh, right.
so that boosts you up
Ah.
another d6.
Right. Okay. I was
And-
just pressing the button.
And you
So-
also have yeah, well, it can't take everything into account.
Okay.
You also have your Fixer Exploit, which is another D6. So you should be
Right.
rolling a 7d6 when you're repairing things.
Okay, so should I just manually do a 76?
Well, you can hit that and then just roll another 2d6.
Or I could just roll 76. It's...
Whatever works.
But
A 23. Okay. So, with the help of Dr. Icarus, you kind of get the microfractures patched up. You can see like blasts, like scorch marks on the ship where the plasma storm like hit it.
that one looks like a big... Anyway.
And
What?
you get the thing patched up. It's gonna take some time. Roll me a d6. Okay. Basically takes you an hour or so. So very nice. You're able to sort of patch things up very quickly and efficiently.
Betty's smugness knows no bounds at the moment. She's just like, this is my shit. Whee!
Yeah. So, assume Betty's outside the ship doing all this stuff.
Yes. You probably get into constant stream of chatter through the comms as well.
Yeah, I'm
Just
probably
like,
talking to you constantly over the
Yeah, everyone else probably has their comms muted.
everybody else is probably just like,
I can't. I'm probably not D. I probably have to have mine up.
Protocol.
Unless
protocol, yeah.
Protocol, yeah.
just turn
I
down
can't
as
take
much
mine
as you
down.
possibly can and just like,
Thick, do you think that this storm will reach Arcadia, or will it be too long time, or change direction?
Wack, do you have a estimated like range time?
You
Like, how
can
quickly
you
it's
can
moving?
yeah. You guys can probably access the logs. Like you could figure it out based on your movement and how fast it hits you and the angle and stuff like that. The vector that it was taking. Give me a logic check plus your, let's say astrogation.
What do you mean it looks like a penis? Over?
right, it does. It looks like a great big, ooh, knobbly one.
Oh, a critical hit.
Oh, very
A
nice.
critical roll.
On a 5d6, a 26. That's pretty fantastic.
3d6. Nice.
Very nice.
Damn.
3 6s there. Pretty nice.
Ladies
So,
rolling good
You
tonight.
so you can tell that
Nails for piloting.
you can tell that the plasma storm is not going to basically run through the Arcadia. Small chance. I mean, you guys have already been traveling for a day, right? So having this plasma storm actually manage to fucking come in contact with the Arcadia is highly unlikely.
Oh, it's been a whole day. Then.
Yeah.
We're traveling at like 216 times the speed of light, so we
Yeah.
can get there for, 7 months. We're good.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are okay for right now. It doesn't even seem like the vector is likely to come in contact with the Arcadia. So you get patched up, ready to go, and let's take our next break. I think let's take our next break. We'll be right back, everybody. Stay tuned for more Turner Warped in about 5 minutes. Stay tuned.